Yo, what is the deal, everybody? What is the deal? Welcome to another Raider Nation Unlimited. I'm in Man Wasted Talent. What's the word, everybody? Look, been out of the loop, back in the damn loop. Guess what? Never fear. Wasted Talent is here. We're going to talk about everything. The Christian Wilkins news and stuff. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, we're not going to cook just yet. We need at least 100 in the room. With the F is going on here, share this thing out to all social media. I know the rollout of this show was a little spontaneous and weird, but who gives a good goddamn? Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to my guy, South Dakota Raider. Never knew ye. Shout out to my guy, Steve Harbert, in the place. Shout out to Clockwork Steve. Clockwork, where you been, dog? Where have you been? Donald and Stacy comes at night. I do not want to be in your business in your bedroom, but what is the deal, Donald Stacy? Shout out. Yo, shout out to Robert Lanto. Oh, man, my God, Dax 93. We got 60 in the room. I mean, what the F is going on here? So, look, my guy, Raider LT, where you been, Raider? Oh, my God, man. I mean, but listen, there's a lot going on here, bro. Now, I was thinking about doing a members-only show a little later. I mean, what are you guys thinking about that? And that's right, Steve Harbert. It's time to gather around the fire. It's time to gather around the fire, man. It's ugly out here. And guess what? Ricky Two Toes is in a place too. But yo, look, there is a lot going on out there, Raider Nation, but it's nothing really for us to really sink our teeth in too bad. Right? There's a lot of misdirection. There's a lot of misinformation. You know, the Christian Wilkins thing has been blown completely out of proportion. I mean, un-effing believable. My guy, JP Raider, what it is, JP? Been a long time, my boy. Had to go do another term upstate. Oh, no, that's never a good thing, bro. It is what it is. So good to see you. Blowing up. Couldn't happen to a better Raider. JP Raider, I appreciate you, bro. I'm glad you back out here. You know what I mean? Moving and shaking, my brother. You know, I hate to hear anybody that's got to go sit down, bro. I hate to see that, man. I hate to hear it. Shout out to Pig's Pig in a place, yo. Shout out to Solly Mitchell. What is the deal, Wasted? I walked into a live and heard you cooking. Oh, man, I haven't even begun to cook. Haven't even begun to cook. My guy, David Walker's in a place, man. Happy Friday, my brother. My Newark brethren. Anthony is in here. He says, stop yelling at us. And let me tell you something, man. You're about to get unceremoniously blocked. It's about to happen. Enough of your trash. Mad Mike is in here too. Now look, man. We got 90 in the room. We're getting close. Yo, raising yo, my guy David Sanders in the place. We are getting close. Damn, bro. Gonna have to unceremoniously block you for that. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You know, look, Donald, you know that was and listen, we got over 100 in the room, guys. It is time to cook. Now look, let's get into the whole Christian Wilkins thing. My brother Graf is in a place to be, man. What it is. Oh, wait, hold on before I get going. Matt Marinovich. Business in the front, party in the back. The power mullet of Raider Nation. It's unbelievable. Love the mullet, Matty Marinovich. Matty, high stakes Marinovich is in the place. So look, let's really dive into this whole Christian Wilkins thing. Because look, guys, you know, and I know that I've been saying this for the longest. My brother Graphic has been saying this for the longest, you know, and to be real, I dove into this whole Jones fracture thing last week. Look, guys, this is nothing new. The fact that, and let's go into the timeline of Christian Wilkins' injury, man. Let's go into the timeline, right? So let's make sense of this, right? Let's make sense of it. Let's make sense of it, man. It's a guy who is, you know, been historically durable. But like I told you guys, man, look, a big man with a foot injury is never a good thing. You know, a Jones fracture is something that, you know, is very, very it's very hard to kind of gauge, right? Because it's a fracture of a small bone in the foot. Now, the thing is, a lot of times it is, you know, healed by putting a screw to keep the bone, to make the bone stronger so that the bone can heal. And what normally happens is once it goes and it goes well, it's all good. They pull the screw out, and then you're rocking and rolling. You cooking again, right? Now, I'll give you an example of a Jones fracture guy. That's Derrick Henry. Now, Derrick Henry had a Jones fracture, and it went great. No big deal. All good. Thing is, you're talking about a very, very large man in Christian Wilkins, right? And now we're not saying that Derrick Henry is some gymnast here. We're not saying that. But you're talking about a 300-pound guy with a small bone injury. Now, look, when we talk about this, we have to look at the fact that the timeline. Now, Christian Wilkins got hurt. I think it was like week 5 when Christian Wilkins got hurt. That injury should have been healed in rehab by now. So what that tells me is, and I'm going to get into Tony Pauline's report, is that most likely he needed another surgery, or they think he needs another surgery, and he doesn't want to get it, and or he had it already and he's rehabbing from it. Now, listen, to me, this is water's wet. We know if the man is not there, that is exactly what the deal is. Yo, my guy, Ghost became a member of the Wasted Talent Army. And listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. The members only lives. I think I might even do one tonight. I want you guys to get the value out of these members only lives. And I'm definitely going to do one this weekend. Look, if you guys want a members only live, man, if you guys want more members only content, a more intimate setting, we can cook a little bit more. I want you guys to hit that link, join the channel. Listen, we're going to set a goal. And if you guys hit the goal, I'm doing a live anyway, but we'll do more lives just for the members, just for the Wasted Talent Army, the people that have been keeping this channel afloat since day effing one. Now, the only thing is that I have one thing to ask every single one of you guys. When I do the members only, there's only one person that is going to be banned, and it's this man, Anthony. Anthony is not allowed. He cannot use the phone, and Butt Crack Trucker is definitely banned too. Members only live in the shower. What the F is wrong with you? And holy shit, you wait, hold on. You call grab you. Get the F up out of here. Holy shit. You know what's funny, man? I've been off, haven't been rocking and rolling for a while, man. But
shut your lame ass.
The F up out of my chat. Holy ish, or whatever your effing name is, you are the first man to be unceremoniously blocked today. Get the F up out of my chat. You are banned to the gulags for effing ever for that damn content or comment. The F up out of here. Let that be a lesson to you. There will be no disrespect tolerated. Effing bum. The F up out of here with your crap. I was in a good mood too, man. I was in a good mood, and then some idiot named Holy Shit comes up in here talking his filth. Blocked. So listen, members only live. We're back. You guys want one? It's going to be going. But look, let's get into the Christian Wilkins thing, right? You guys got me off. Guys got me off of my damn square. Got me off of my damn square. Now, Christian Wilkins, you guys know, has been a hot topic of Raider Nation right now. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. This Jones fracture thing is something that, you know, it's hit or miss, right? Because when you start talking about that bone, you need for that bone to heal all the way around. Now, what it is a break in the 5th metatarsal bone of the foot. It is a common injury amongst NFL players, right? And the fracture occurs to acute trauma or repetitive stress, right? So we're talking about a big 300-pound guy that is exploding off of his feet and pause if necessary, right? And it happens in positions where high lateral movement and pivoting, like defensive linemen and tight ends. And the treatment often involves a surgery with an intermediate screw fixation. Now, what normally happens is when that screw gets inundated and embedded in that foot, what happens is now, guess what? It heals sometimes, and when it doesn't, it becomes a problem, right? So let's look at some of the guys who have had a history of Jones fractures, right? To kind of set you guys up for what we're going to be dealing with. Now, Christian Wilkins, if he misses this season again, we got to look at Christian Wilkins' contract, right? Now, a lot of people say, you know, man, he's not done, this, that, and the third. But I'm going to be real with you, man. This organization at this point and the people that are running it don't owe Christian Wilkins anything. Now, it's cheaper to keep her and when it comes to this year, right? Now, I don't know if they'll restructure or whatever, but, you know, Christian Wilkins' contract details are a little scary for this year. So, you know, he's going to be a Raider this year, right? 2025, he has a dead cap money hit of $74 million. And if it was a post-June 1st cut in 2024, which it won't be, $56 million, right? Now, next year, 2026, it will be a cap hit of $57 million and a post-June 1st cap hit of $19 million. So, look, I'm going to be real with you, man. Now, no, a matter of fact, that's pre-June 1st. I'm sorry. Post-June 1st next year, it'll be a little different. I was completely wrong about that. That's my fault, guys. Post-June 1st next year, it'll be a $500,000 deal. So basically in 2026, the Raiders post-June 1st could get rid of Christian Wilkins next year. They really could. And listen, you're not going to get any official clarity on the severity of the injury because of the fact that this is a big man with a small bone injury to his foot. And you got to kind of let the thing play out. You got to let it play out. You got to let them go in there. If he, you know, there are rumors, and we can get into, you know, Tony Pauline's article. But, you know, listen, this is something that's been widely reported. This is nothing new, right? And I'm going to be honest with you. Nothing has really changed with this Christian Wilkins situation. It really hasn't. Nothing has changed, guys. Nothing has changed. The only thing that's for sure about this Christian Wilkins situation is nothing's for sure. And that's just being way real, man. You know, they say Christian needs another surgery. He could be out the entire season, right? And look, it is what it is, man. You know, but, you know, it's very clear. It's been clear as day. We've been talking about this. You know, he's clearly had a setback, and I don't expect for Christian Wilkins to be a part of this team in the foreseeable future. You know, I know that there's a reason that the Raiders made sure that Adam Butler was brought back. It's a reason why the Raiders went out there and drafted, you know, 2 defensive linemen. You know, so look, man, let him have a surgery, let him sit out, let Tonka Hemingway and JJ Pegues and all these guys develop. And let's move on, man. Roshak, man, have a good night. Appreciate you for pulling up. My guy, they walk. I say let him have the surgery, sit out, and next year see what happens, whether cut or trade. And that's pretty much the size of it, David Walker. The problem with, you know, if Christian Wilkins doesn't play a snap this year, right? Then you get into a dangerous place for the Raiders, right? Not really for Christian Wilkins, right? He has a lot of talent. If his foot's healthy, he's one of the best players in this league, right? But for the Raiders, his trade value, it goes down exponentially. Exponentially, right? So the Raiders would effectively get nothing out of that. But to be honest with you, the blueprint of how the Raiders are operating at this moment in time, how the Raiders have gone about their business since the Pete Carroll and John Spytek situation has really come afoot, is that they've been building smartly. They've been going out there. They've been building through the draft. They've been doing their thing in the free agent market. They've been signing the right free agent, not people who complain about everything. Telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, man. And a lot of people say Christian Wilkins is exactly why you do not sign big free agent contracts. Listen, bro, it hasn't worked for the Raiders, all the time. A lot of times the Raiders kind of have more success with those middle of the road guys. That's why I'm really, 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 really excited about Devin White and having his resurgence with the Raiders. Like, a lot of people think Devin White is washed up. Oh, he's old. He's this, he's that. Devin White is only 27 years old. Devin White is 27 years old, bro. And I can see him turning around, being in the right situation, being, used in the right manner, man. My guy, Steve Harbaugh, wasted. You think Wilkins pulls a max and plays the season and gets the surgery after? No, because look, with those injuries in your feet, when you're a big guy or you're a tall guy, you're a basketball player, the smaller the bone, the more complicated it gets with having re-injury, right? So he could be flushing his career down the toilet. I don't think that Christian Wilkins is going to do that. I don't think his agent and the people around him are going to allow him. I don't think the Raiders are going to allow him to do it. I think what's best for him is to do whatever the doctor says, sit out, and just pretty much, trust the process, have faith in it, because there are a lot of people who have damn near lost their careers over these kind of injuries, man. I mean, Darth Maul, you got to look at it like that. He's a human being, right? When you go under the knife, right, and you do the surgery again, you know that your timetable sets right over again, right? So a lot of times, sometimes we're glass half empty people, and sometimes we're glass half full people, and we hope amongst hope. This is a young man, right? This is a young man who's always healed. This is a young man who has never really been he's been pretty damn durable throughout his career. So he was trusting his body. And I understand that. And this is what we know now. And Ridgeback, as always, I mean, coming with the smack. He said, that is what she said about small bones wasted. He said about small bones. Oh, my goodness, Ridgeback. What the F is going on here? My guy Ridgeback thinks that he's a comedian up in here. Look, it's not advisable to play through pain. So listen, guys, as Raider fans, I would tell you like this. For me, take as long as you need to do what you have to do, because injury is afoot. And we cannot have it. Tesser, every time we go after a top free agent, it turns out to be a shit show. Well, bro, a lot of the times when you have an organization that is not doing well, it's what you get. The free agent moves, big, small, good, bad, or indifferent, are better for teams that are better teams, right? Teams that understand what direction that they're going, teams that understand the vision as a whole, like the whole vision, not a short-term vision, not I'm trying to save my job, not, hey, I'm just trying to get to the Mendoza line. Like, really, in a real way, have a real vision up and down the organization like we do now. It's hard to get free agent moves to fit inside the framework of the vision of multiple people in the organization. Multiple. Not just, hey, Josh McDaniel. Not just, Dave Ziegler, or not just John Gruden, or, when you got guys that are good at their job that are on the same page, it is worth its weight in gold, man. And I think we are going to be really good for a long time. And now it makes sense why the Raiders went with Pegues and Tonka Hemingway. It makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. ABS Pain 101. I bet Butler really feels sorry for jumping on Wilkins' back even more now. Look, we don't necessarily know whether that is exactly what caused it. You know, people were saying that Christian Wilkins was having an issue with his foot a little bit previous to that. We don't know that. We don't know that. And guys, look, the Locky Tassi hype train, we gotta pull that train into the train track. This man hasn't even hit nobody, put no pads on, nothing. And you guys are trying to say we should put Locky Tassi in and start him. Come on, bro. My guy, Rick Rock. Man, it's true. Why do players wait to the last minute to announce they're injured? It just don't make sense, bro. I just told you, bro. You guys are looking at this from a fan's point of view. You got to look at it from their point of view. It's their body. It's their career. It's their money. There's everything, bro. They probably think, oh, man, the same reason why you guys will have, you know, be sick as a dog and go to work. The same reason why you power through things. The same reason why you put off surgeries. Come on, guys. It's a human being here. What the F are we talking about here? Michael Crabtree came on a small one-year deal. He converted into a decent contract at the end of the year. Work for, but most of the time, most of the time it works out very well for the Raiders when we get the middle of the road. That's why I'm very, like I said, I'm excited about the Devin White thing. I'm very, very excited. People say Locky Tassi would be a great offensive guard. We don't know that, bro. The guy has not, and I'm not going to keep jumping around. Let me get my life. Haven't been on in a few days. You guys know how it is. You kind of lose your footing a little bit. But Locky Tassi, the idea of who he is a lot greater than what he actually is at this point. He's a very inexperienced specimen of a player. It's the same way how you guys see that how big Dalton Wagner is and think that he's the left tackle of the future. It's the same thing, bro. It's like, come on, man. That potential thing, bro. Look, at the end of the day, you got to ball in this league. You got to know how to play ball. Same people who on Locky Tassi started, the same people who said Chris Warren III was a beast after one play in the line of scrimmage. And that's a fake. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. That is a fact. Shout out to my guy. Yo, L11, shout out to you, yo. Maybe he'll do a DC and retire so he won't hold us hostage with the contract. Bro, look, the Raiders are in, even with Christian Wilkins on the field or not, the Raiders are in terrific shape from a cap perspective. Christian Wilkins doesn't need to retire. He's too damn young, and it don't make no sense. And at the end of the day, whether he plays for the Raiders next year or he plays for another team, Christian Wilkins will be playing. He will be playing. And guys, look, man, look, I don't know. You know, we got a lot of young Raider fans out there. We got a lot of older Raider fans, right? But when you start talking about guys like Tassi and you start talking about guys like Wagner and you start talking about these guys, look, you got to look at the situation, right? It's the same situation we had with Bruce Almighty. You guys remember Bruce Campbell? The same damn situation, guys. Same situation. Yeah, I mean, hey, what's up, Martinez? 209. But yo, you know, league and just to reiterate, in May, league insider Tony Pauline reported that Wilkins may need another surgery. And this is an old report, guys. This report is old. This happened in May. This is nothing new. This came out May the 5th. I mean, goddamn it, it's almost July the 4th. Nothing has changed, guys. Draft insider Tony Pauline made a few waves ahead of the draft when he reported the Raiders had lingering concerns about the foot injury of Christian Wilkins. I'm told here there is a serious concern over a foot injury of Christian Wilkins has been dealing with since last season. He reported leading up to the draft, adding concern Wilkins could end up missing a portion of the 2025 season. You know, several local reports downplayed Wilkins' foot injury, noting that Vic Tafur acknowledged Wilkins was back in the boot prior to the month of the draft. But apparently he had a setback, and he's not now. And at the end of the day, I'm all right with that. I'm okay with that. This report got legs because somebody grabbed it. It is a slow news month. Let's be for real here and reignited the flame again. And guys, this is nothing. This is nothing. This is nothing. Now, this is the danger of jumping around when we are talking about Raider news. This is the reason why I don't need to be jumping around. We got almost 300 in the room. Get wasted with your brother. Wasted. Go tell a friend to effing tell a friend. My brother, David Walker. I thought Bruce Campbell was going to be the next Jackie Slater. Man, what a buzz. You are tripping, Dave. Dave, what the F is wrong with you, man? Dave, the F, man. You said Jackie Slater? The F is up here. I am Hilltop in the place, man. Salute, wasted. Respect, sir. Ready for the silver and black wisdom. Just finished a father and son's walk with my boys, explaining this year will be different. Facts. Listen, you tell your boys to sit tight, man. Help is on the way, my brother. You tell them boys to sit tight, man. Shout out to my guy, I am Hilltop, man. Listen, doing them fatherly things, man. Like, listen, brother, we all got that jumping off, man. Tease. If Tassi doesn't make the 53, they better put him on IR or something. Someone will poach him off their practice squad. They might. They might. They might. But guys, look, man, everybody's excited. Now, look, guys, let's get into, the thumbnail, right? Now, this is nothing big, but I think that, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's one reason why I got into this. I think that we need to have a conversation, right? I put Brady and Darnold on the thumbnail because it's something that was going across the wire. But I think it is something that we need to talk about. And I'm going to tell you why, because this kind of gives us a glimpse behind the curtain, so to speak. But listen, some are saying that a call from the top was what prevented Sam Darnold from landing with the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, the Las Vegas Raiders minority owner, Tom Brady, persuaded the Raiders not to sign the quarterback, according to the Athletic's Mike Silver. Now, Mike Silver is definitely a credible source. He's been ripping and running and out there juking and effing jiving here for a long time. A long effing time. But Brady was not in favor of this approach, Silver wrote, citing an anonymous source. Instead, the Raiders looked to a familiar QB and Geno Smith acquired via trade, right? So, look, there's one or two things, right? They say Brady likes the way that Geno Smith can process. Brady and the organization prefer Smith's trait so much that they get a $34 million, 34-year-old quarterback, a $85 million extension, right? $66 million guarantee. And the irony in that decision is that to steer clear of Sam Darnold is that he was the guy that went and replaced Geno Smith with the Seahawks, right? So that goes to show you how the ideology of Pete Carroll and John Schneider kind of split. And like some of the reason why Pete Carroll took that time off and he's with us. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise for the Raiders, right? Like, but you got to look at it like this. Sam Darnold just signed a 3-year, $100 million deal with the Seahawks, man. That's a lot of effing money, man. Look, no disrespect to Sam Darnold, right? But what that shows me is one or two things, right? A lot of us sat around and we talked about last year when Sam Darnold was lighting it up. Man, is Sam Darnold a product of the system in Minnesota? Is he? Because a lot of us feel that way, right? Kevin O'Connell is a QB guru. He's a QB aficionado, right? But I'm going to be 100% real with you, right? It's not just Kevin O'Connell. It's the fact that, he has some great wide receivers there. Great wide receivers there. Great offensive line. The best case scenario for a quarterback going. But I'm going to tell you something. The fact that Thomas Brady didn't want to bring him in goes to show me one or two things. Tom Brady has a lot more say than they're letting on. That's just me from using deductive reasoning, right? And also, Tom Brady played against Sam Darnold. Tom Brady, has owned the Jets for a very, very long time. He had a bird's eye view of Sam Darnold. That goes to show me everything I need to know. My guy, Simeon. I live in New York. Trust me. Brady made the right decision. Behind a so-so line, Darnold sees ghosts. And I remember that. It's crazy. I thought he was going to see ghosts against the Raiders, and it didn't happen. He kicked our ass that day. Yo, my guy, Anthony Cabrera, is in the place to be. He paid his bar tab. Oh, my God. The bar tab has been paid. Shout out to my guy, Anthony Cabrera, yo. Oh, here we go. Says, I heard you needed someone to come and derail the show. The man Demokes, the legend, the myth, the legend has pulled up in here to derail the show. Shout out to Demokes, man. Shout out to the great and powerful Demokes, man. I give a F you up in here, Demokes. You can't derail this show. If you were driving the train yourself, the F up out of here. And listen, been bad. Silver, I don't know if he's a Raider hater. People say he is. But at the end of the day, he's just reporting from his inside source. And really, to be honest with you, what he did was he made this front office look really, really good, to be honest with you. Let me do it again. You guys didn't hear that? You guys hear it? Hold on. That's right. The F up out of here unceremoniously blocked. That's crazy, bro. Yo, y'all are bugged out. Yo, that's hilarious. Yo, I just realized that was me. My God, man. Go get wasted with your boy Wasted. You already know, man. But look. Angel Mitos is in the house. Wasted, what up? Brick City's in the house. Angel, what's up? Angel, what you from the north side? What's up, Angel? Angel. Get the F up out of here, Ben Bad. Get off my lawn, Gang General. This guy finally learned how to use Grok. Look at that picture he got. Ben Bad, what the F's going on here? You damn right I'm breaking out the Casio keyboard, and you know who my wingman is, too. You know who my wingman is. The only man who could back me up on my Casio keyboard is a man with a power mullet like yourself, my friend. To be singing some Peter Frampton Comes Alive. Oh, my God. James Williams is in the place to be. Brady the GOAT. God damn it. Vinny Bonsier tried to sell Darnold to us every day. I called him out for it, and he got pissed. Now, listen. You got to leave Vinny B alone, man. Vinny B does a great job. Shout out to the great and powerful Vinny B. Shout out to Vinny B. But at the end of the day, yo, if you take a bunch of swings, right? You take a bunch of swings. Sometimes you strike out. And in this media space, look, man, you got 1,000 at bats, and you connect on 400 of them. You're a hell of a hitter. So shout out to Vinny B. We don't get them all right. And when you do content every single day for a living, you're going to get some of those things wrong. Right. And we don't know whether it was a wrong or right thing anyway. Maybe Sam Darnold goes up to Seattle and has an MVP season, and we'll be saying next year, oh, we should have signed him. So you listen, keep that same energy, though. Right. Let's hope Geno does a lot better than Sam Darnold. And let's hope he does. I have no vested interest in what the Seahawks do. My interest is with the Raiders. And shout out to my guy, Angel, man. Grafton Ave. I knew you was from the north side. See? I knew you was from the north side. Look at that. How did I know that? How did I know that? Tisha said it's better than your Temu soundboard. You get the F up out of here. Hey, Tisha, you heard that? Did you hear that? Did you hear it? The F up out of here, Tisha. You coming in with your crap. Every day you guys been trying to get at me. I think it's time, man.
Angry man. What you doing here?
Man, sit your ass down.
Damn right. Yeah, Frank Zappa looking ass. The F up out of here, teaser. Teaser, you gotta chill. You gotta chill, bro. About to get blocked. You have got to chill. Said only one ginger on the team. Yo, bro, what is going on here with you guys? Shout out to my guy, Big Bad Teaser, the wasted talent, Harvey Brigade in a place, man. Steve Harbor, Geno is about to kill it with all the weapons on defense. What weapons does Sam have in Seattle? I mean, look, man, and Jigba and all those guys. Sam Darnold, whatever he does, however he does, right? The whole thing is that we mail it in that all of these guys are going to stay healthy. Let's hope that these guys are healthy. They have a good season. Let's hope our Raiders win. F Sam Darnold and everything he stands for. Super Amari Cry. Super. Get the F up out of here with that name. I've never read that name right. You would think a man of my level of education and talent would be able to read that name better. Super Omnicron. So, guys, I'm hoping I just read it right. Super Omnicron. Yo, that sounds like a transformer or something like that. My guy Cisco Duarte. I asked ChatGPT per likely record would be with the current roster, coaching staff, and it said 10-7, 9-8, AFC wild card berth. Here we come. Now, this is the thing, bro. And maybe I should save this for the members only. But look, bro, you guys with this AI stuff, y'all gotta chill. You gotta understand something, that all AI does is scan the opinions of people that are in the algorithm, and they take an accumulation of that particular information and they regurgitate it. And the problem is with all of this stuff is how much of a threat, an existential threat to humanity that this stuff is. I'm going to tell you guys something. This has nothing to do with football. Think while it's still legal. Use your brains while it's still legal. Oh, Ray Deloso, get the F up out of here, bro. You know and I know. I'm one of the smartest people you've ever seen. F up out of here. But yeah, it is definitely becoming very Orwellian. Very Orwellian. And Mr. P, we talking about Mr. AI. Why? Because I'll use a voice when I type in the freaking the copy. I'm the one typing all the information. When I do shorts when I'm at work and stuff like that. I do that because if I'm at work and I'm putting a short together on my break or something like that, I don't want to hear the noise in the background, so I'll use it. Or if I'm, you know what I'm saying? So there's reasons why if I use a voice on the short that I do, that's why I do that. A full disclosure to y'all, man. Dennis Ortiz, man. What do you think about calling our defense Desert Storm? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't want to call our defense a goddamn thing until they make some plays. I'll call them nothing. Because we start nicknaming them and then we'll be calling them switch cheese if they don't play well. I mean, this is crazy, man. But you guys got me in the AI talk, man. I miss the time when we said AI, we thought we was talking about Allen Iverson. I missed that time, man. Tell you what. I missed that time. Whatever happened at the times when we were talking about AI, Allen Iverson, the real AI. The real effing AI. But guys, I don't know if you guys seen the report, right? And I probably should have put this on a thumb, right? I should have, right? But we got to make sense of all this stuff. You know, Jair Alexander is off the board. The Jair Alexander sweepstakes is gone. It is not something that we are going to be able to get in a hold of because Jair Alexander has gone to the Baltimore Ravens, and that is a Ravens ass move. The Ravens and the Eagles always make those moves, man. They always make those moves. But Jalen Ramsey has put out feelers, and he said he prefers a trade to a West Coast team. Rams and the Chargers are linked amid rumors. And Adam Schefter believes the Miami Dolphins cornerback Jalen Ramsey is hoping his team's ongoing trade negotiations will send him back to California. A lot of people are saying that they think that he wants to go west to Los Angeles, right? And if I'm being honest, the guy won a ring with the Los Angeles Rams. He knows the coach. He knows the environment. He knows a lot of the guys over there. And to be real, that Rams defense is even like damn near, you know, I can't say better because, you know, Aaron Donald was there. But look, Jared Verse and all of those guys, those young guys on that defense, that's a very, very talented young group of gentlemen. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think he really just wants to go back to the Rams. But he has to keep his option open. Now, look, there are some people who think that the Raiders should bring Jalen Ramsey in. And look, if I'm being honest, full disclosure, I've said this all season. I am very, very concerned about our secondary. Look, Darian Porter is a freak of nature, right? I get Tariq Woolen vibes from him. And I'm hoping that Pete can do some of the things that was done with Tariq Woolen where he came onto the scene and played very, very well. And I'm going to tell you why, you know, the thing with Darian Porter interests me. I mean, it's a guy who has wide receiver ball skills. So that right there, if the ball's in his vicinity, his speed, his size, and things like that, the ball's in his vicinity, you're going to have a great situation. You know, when you start talking about him, you know, batting the ball down, I think this is a man that's probably going to have a lot of interceptions once he gets out there and he understands the flow of the game. But look, the Raiders secondary is something where I wanted to vet. But if I'm being honest, as these things develop, as I'm hearing the good things about D. Cameron Richardson, I'm hearing great things about Jacorian Bennett, Darian Porter's a freak. I mean, man, listen, rumble, young men, rumble. Let these young boys get out there and earn their money, man. Let them earn their money. I can see the Raiders going out there and bringing in another vet, not as highly touted, though. And I'll be okay with that. I'll be okay with that. How about Justin Simmons to fill our free safety spot and get Pal Mal as our slot corner? I mean, Matt, the one thing that Patrick Graham and these guys, you know, and Pete Carroll, they put, you know, they put versatility as a premium. And if I'm being honest, you know, Jeremy Chin is going to be out there. He's going to be balling. Look, I don't think that there's a problem with bringing in a player as talented as Justin Simmons. The thing that I need to ask is, why is Justin Simmons still out there? Yes, Ryan. I've been saying AI is the answer for a month of Sundays, man. And look, Asante Samuel Jr., best thing about Asante Samuel Jr. is that he's named after his old man. That's not a Pete Carroll move. That ain't a Pete Carroll move, man. I'm just gonna be real with you. It's not a Pete Carroll move. That's a name, but is it something that I see the Raiders doing? I mean, he's a 5'10" corner, 170 pounds, smaller guy. It is not something that I see Pete Carroll doing. You know, 4.41 speed, Charger, you know, and I'm sure that he would love to stay in the vicinity. But yo, there's a reason why he's out there too. Ryan Harris, so you're saying AI is the answer? Waka, waka, waka. Get the F up out of here. Shout out to my guy Ben Bad, been a member for 35 months, man. Was there a better QB supporting cast than the one they had in Minnesota? Nah, probably not, bro. Hey, man, I got to call him. I got to call Gary on, man. I'm sure he is in shape. Football shape is another thing. He out there training the next generation, man. You know what Garyon has, bro, is special. What he's doing for the youth, what he's doing is sharing the knowledge that he got from the National Football League and Ohio State in high school, just being a pros pro. Look, man, I think his mission is a lot grander than being on the field at this point. Shout out to Garyon Connolly, bro. My dog. My dog. Real good brother, man. Real good brother, man. ABS Pain 101. Ramsey is not going to play in Miami. Both sides have said they are done in Miami, and Miami is just trying to get as much as possible as they can. But the thing is, I think they're trying to put him in a certain position, and I think that the Rams are in win now mode. They know that their window's closing because of the fact that Matthew Stafford is getting long in the tooth, right? And the Chargers and Jim Harbaugh, they're trying to win now. They have no built-in excuse. He's supposed to make Sherbert better, so go ahead and make him better. So, you know, I personally feel like, you know, you got to mention the Raiders to draw the price up because everybody knows that's like a passing project for him. It's a passion project. It's exactly what it is, man. Shout out to, yo, guys, get some questions in before we get up out of here, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Get wasted with your brother, wasted. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a effing friend. Shout out to everybody out there, man. I mean, man, I'm hearing a lot of great things about our rookie wide receivers too, man. A lot of things, bro. There have been people that have been praising these guys, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Bro, they talking about Jack Besh constantly winning 50-50 balls in camp. Constantly. I mean, Jack Besh, man, this guy's going to be a problem, man. He reminds me of Steve Smith. It seems like we always wait to the last minute to pick up a need. I mean, bro, because it's team building, right? And a lot of the times you don't know what you have, right? It's not like Pete Carroll was here last year and coached these guys. How you going to run out and run all the incumbent people out of here? You don't do that. That's the reason why when coaches like guys like John Gruden, they got a big ego, they clean house and throw everybody out of here, and he's not my guy. Oh, he's not my guy. Oh, wait, hold on, he's not my guy. Wait, hold on. Hey, man, it's not my guy, man. Let me tell you something. Hey, man. If I tell you a duck can pull a truck, man, hook the mother effer up. But, man, the F is going on here. But, yeah, look, guys, we got a situation where this team is this team is freaking is ready to rock and roll, man. So look, the whole Jalen Ramsey wanted to come to the West Coast. Las Vegas is not necessarily the West Coast, but it is further west. It's a tax-free state. It is a great place to play. It's a great place to start a family. The thing is this, right? The Raiders have to have it in their mind's eye that they feel like making a deal like that is going to make them a contender. And if it's not worth making. It's not worth making. And look, this is the thing for me, Ben Bad. I'm glad that they're pushing that line. Keep pushing. Keep pushing that line. F that. What the F's going on here? Kenny Clark's in the place. Desert Raiders in the effing place, man. Guys, listen. Do you guys have any questions? My guy, Johnny Ramirez, hey, wasted. If you can, what veteran corner would you bring in? Look, if Jalen Ramsey was cheap, I'd bring him in. Mike Hilton was cheap, I'd bring him in. Other than that, there's a whole lot of flotsam and jetsam out there that I don't need getting burnt. Rasul Douglas is a guy that I wanted us to bring back initially, but he's not an alpha dog kind of guy that you bring in. If you don't have an alpha dog that you're bringing through the door that can come and galvanize some of the younger guys in our locker room, if you're going to go out and go sign another player who might not be as, might be older than some of these guys, but is not a respected person. You need to put somebody in that room that is a respected person. You need to. Like, to teach, you have to have the respect of your students first and foremost, so you can bring them along for a ride with you. And Best is trying to get his contracts, you know, and I'm cool with that. Get your money, young king. Get it. Now, a lot of people are talking about Zamir White, right? And they're talking about Zamir White is looking great. Zamir White took off a hell of a lot of weight, right? And a lot of people think that Zamir White really can make some noise to stay on this damn roster. A lot of people are feeling that way, man. Now, some people are saying that the Raiders could cut him, but look, that is a young, talented back, man. And if there's anything that this new coaching staff can do to kind of get that kid on board, I'm all here for it. 100%. 100%. But guys, look, I think it's about time we roll the train to the train station. It's late. I had to get a live out of the way. I have been gone from you guys way too long. We'll be rocking all weekend. Members only live. You guys might get a graph and waste this show. And I'm going to be loading up the shorts. Pre-record stuff, guys. Look, man, I believe that Pete and Nebraska's Raiders team is going to get it right. Laughing stock no more, ladies and gents. Laughing stock no more. You guys have a great, powerful, and terrific night, man. I think it's time for me to go lay my ass down, man. Thank you guys for pulling up, man. I know this is not what I normally cook, but you guys are the best fan base as far as the Raiders go and the Raiders team that anybody could ever ask for, man. You guys are the best, man. You guys have a great, terrific night, man. I'm out of here.